everyone, welcome to my channel. I was browsing the more unexplored lots in my Sims game, and I just found some of them kind of uncreative or underwhelming. I just felt like there didn't need to be a gym in every world that the game has, so I decided to turn this lot, which previously used to be a gym, and convert it into something else. The structure of the building had really good bones, and so I thought I'd keep most of the building and convert it to something more creative and purposeful. At the same time, it's not that purposeful because we're not really capable of having university/college gameplay yet, but I just thought it would be a fun challenge. I don't think I've ever made something this large and detailed. What initially inspired me to make this was watching Orange is the New Black, which, if you don't know, it's a show about a women's prison, and I like the idea of having a co-living building, but I thought a prison was a bit too dark for my game, so I decided on making a university/college dorm. Right now we're in the basement of what was a gym. There's a pool and also a locker room and showers. I thought I could keep that aspect of the building just because, in colleges that I've seen and that I've been to, there aren't really any single bathrooms in the dorms, so those were my feelings on that. And then eventually I realized that I made a men and women's bathroom, and I think I would have liked to make at least one bathroom paired with a shower that wasn't gendered, but I just wasn't thinking at the time. But yeah, if there's one thing I could go back and change, it'll probably be that. If anything, you guys should give it a try and try it in a bathroom cohesively, because I felt like I was running out of room. I mean, I did have room, but it was getting kind of tight in here. So here I'm still working on the bathrooms. I'm just trying to figure out I wanted them to be separate, but not, it's not really likely that each toilet has its own room, so I don't know. I don't think I've ever made a commercial building like this. And when you see the whole thing, you'll see that I was really trying to go for a very commercial building, and I guess slightly modern. It's not that modernized. I think the people who made this building we're really thinking about just what's useful, materials that are easy to clean, things that can be easily replaced. A university would have quite a bit of traction throughout the years, so that was kind of important. So yeah, so here I'm just trying to figure out how to separate them, but not keep them too open. I didn't go to college, but I've been to a few college campuses, and I don't know, I think I did a good job at representation. And then I was looking for sort of slightly modern doors that are, they're glass, but they're solid, opaque, and you can't see through them, but I don't think I found any. So I think I just went with regular solid doors here. Now here, I started making sort of like a hallway. I'm really proud of this part where I decided to make a folding table for canvassing, because if you've ever been to a large college campus, there's always someone talking about something or some sort of cause, and yeah, that's what I tried to make that little area for. And I think the sort of sports memorabilia. That's pretty common too. So I'm just trying to make the table look busy and arranging it nicely so someone could sit there and try to get the students' attentions, I guess. I'm adding in some chairs to create more seating, just in case you want to meet someone between classes or you just don't want to have anyone be in your dorm room or something, I don't know. So up here is I wanted to make this sort of like a common area where people could just, I guess another place where people can just stay and meet between classes. Or they can meet people, but they don't want to necessarily take them to their dorm room. So yeah, I think I had a large area to work with, and then I'm trying to figure out the color palette too. I really wanted this school to use a lot of blue. I think that's a common school color, but I think the secondary color I chose was like a magenta type color, but you'll see that in the exterior. I thought having the blue was too matchy, so I did end up going back to like I guess it's like a teal. No, it's like a blue-green. No, I didn't. Over here, back in the common area, I'm trying to figure out what kind of seating. I don't know. I think, yeah, it would probably be something similar to outdoor seating, where like it's easy to clean, it's very durable. It's probably not the most comfortable, but it does the job. It's not meant to be for somewhere or for someone to sleep on. So I definitely thought of that. And then I tried to keep a lot of the decorations kind of consistent. These weren't my favorite plants, but I did think that they went with this sort of like modern contemporary style, but kind of old, I guess. So maybe modern in what was considered modern in like 2006. That's what I imagine this building to be like. I think it's it's new, but it's not that new. Eventually I think I changed those exterior colors. And I really like this idea. I got this flag and sized it up to make it look like banners that you might see when entering a certain neighborhood or just a certain district. Over here I created 2 more bathrooms just because, I don't know, I felt like it would be kind of a hassle to go through the locker rooms and showers every time you needed to use the bathroom, so I just started constructing that again with gendered bathrooms. I probably should have just made this one bathroom, to be honest, but yeah, I think, I know, as simple as it is, I really did like this bathroom. I still kept it simple because this is like a common area, so I don't think this area is exclusive to the people living here. So it would be visitors or staffs being able to use those restrooms. So I didn't really include any clutter or anything. Here I'm still putting together the common area, trying to figure out what do I put here? I don't think the TV needed to be that big, but I don't think it's impossible for a school to have a common area like that. I really, really love these lights. I loved how they looked sized up, and I don't know. I guess it added to the whole feeling I was going for. Here, I'm just trying to, there was too much wall space for me, and so I'm just trying to fill it with things that look scholarly. I don't know. Just something not boring, something relating to a school, I guess. In that room, there's supposed to be, it's supposed to be kind of like a recreational room. So there's gonna be games, and I think that's pretty much it. Games, and a TV, and a couch, and seating. I don't know how common it is for things to be converted into another purpose while still maintaining most of the architecture, so I think I was going to call this like a renovation, but technically I think if it's having a different purpose, it's a conversion. Yeah, because a lot of the flooring and things, like gym-related things, were taken out. I did keep this, what would it be? Like the tile walls, wallpaper? Because the gym that it had a very commercial aspect to it, so I guess I decided to keep those. So this is the rec room. I put some, what are they, cork boards? Like bulletin boards, but they were blank. I put them up. I don't know if they really added to anything. But yeah, and then out here I just got kind of fed up with this outdoor space, I think. Yeah, I revisited it a different time. So now I'm just looking for more things to fill the rec room with. I don't think that I've really had my Sims ever use these gaming rigs or anything, but yeah, I imagine the school to be kind of have a decently large budget. I guess, yeah, you kind of have to have a large budget to only house 8 people in one huge building. This was probably the most tough room to furnish and figure out the layout for, because I wanted so much to go on, and I don't know, nothing, even this layout I'm not really happy with. I'm sure someone else could come up with something better, but it is what it is. I don't think that even then, just because the school has a rec room, I don't think that they would put tons of effort into designing it, because that's not the core purpose of the building, I guess. So it's kind of just there, and I imagine that they don't really care about maintaining it that much. And I'm trying to put lights, but they never looked right to me. Actually, the whole room never really looked right to me. Yeah, not the finer parts of the building, but I think it's a cool little area to have. So if you do decide to put Sims in here, they'll have a lot to do, and they'll have a lot of places to go. I think lighting was a hard part in here too. And then I did add one more light, but I also thought that maybe the school didn't also put a lot of lighting in here for a good reason, so that way at night people aren't drawn to being in here. Yeah, because I don't know, you just can't forget that it is a school, and the school has other priorities in mind. So next to the locker rooms on the basement floor, I added some rooms, I forgot what this area was before, but yeah, if there's going to be students here, they need somewhere to sleep. So figuring out the layout for the bedrooms were kind of difficult. I made a lot of layouts that I didn't really like. They didn't make a lot of sense to me. And it started looking a lot, sorry, I kind of jumped here, but it started looking a lot like a prison. Especially, I think those beds are supposed to be prison beds of some sort, but I think the room gets dressed up a little better as time goes on. Yeah, lighting is hard for me. I'm not, a lot of people, when I watch builds, a lot of people are very content with the night lighting, but I can't say that I am. I focus just enough time, if not more, on a building's lighting at night as it looks during the day. So that was especially hard. I try not to use these, what are they, like there's these saucer ceiling lights, just because I don't think that the lighting is really realistic, I guess, but sometimes it's the only thing that really lights the room perfectly well, or evenly. So I think I did end up using them. Yeah, I think it's fairly common to have a desk at your school dorm room. I think it also depends on what kind of schools, because I've seen inside the dorm rooms of art schools, and usually they have a desk there for obvious reasons, but I don't know so much for other schools. Probably not that common, but I don't know. You can let me know. And then I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with the walls. I was really desperate here. I really didn't think I was gonna find anything. Like, oh, it looks too much like the current wallpaper that's up there. It looks too much like a hotel, honestly. Like, it just doesn't look cozy or real. It just looks like, oh, it's kind of like a shoebox. And so I tried messing with other things. I did fix the lighting to how I wanted, something more just brighter, you know, especially since it's rooms in a basement. You want it to be very lively, probably not so dark, not so dreary, I guess, because you're going to spend a lot of time in there. You don't want to feel boxed in, especially under the building. And then out here, I'm just trying to duplicate the rooms up to the second floor. Yeah. A lot of it stayed the same layout, with some minor adjustments, because all these rooms are different sizes, and so, I also thought that it's pretty common for, I guess they'd be called underclassmen? Yeah. They sometimes live on different floors than been at the school longer. And so I have that in mind. These rooms on the second floor, they're a little bit bigger, they're a little more spacious. That's commonly a perk that upperclassmen get. I'm just adding some windows here. Yeah, natural light would be nice to have in a nice school like this, I guess. Yep, see, back to the saucer lights. And then I duplicated the room over to make the secondary room. And then here, yeah, I'm just fixing the room so it fits the space well. They all have the same layout there, and they're pretty empty, because I want whoever downloads this to be able to include their Sims things and incorporate it somehow. You can change the walls or the paint, the shelves, add things, take things away. Yeah, I was really unhappy with the wallpaper, so I thought that, oh, it could be sort of industrial and use bricks, but that didn't really suit the rest of the building. It was a little too modern of a touch. So yeah, and I think eventually I settled on this wallpaper right here. I believe it came with the Vintage Glamour pack, and that was pretty much the perfect addition to the room. It was exactly what I was looking for. And then every room had a different feel, a different color, I guess, but I think that it worked out really well. It wasn't too obnoxious, I think, and it wasn't too decisive in style. One of the last rooms here that I'm making is, I think it's considered a study area. So I think it would make sense for the school to have a place for students to study and do their schoolwork. Because yeah, why wouldn't they make room for that? So I'm trying to find a bookshelf to use. I did want to make this a pretty big computer lab area, but there was excess space, and I also thought that the second floor needed a restroom. So I added a bathroom in at a later point. It makes sense. Why would you go down to the common area just to use the bathroom? I'm also trying to reinforce some decorations. This plant is kind of repetitive, but I feel like an slightly older building will do just that. I don't think they'll go through the hassle of having a different plant for every single floor, every single room. I kind of suck at exteriors. I'm not that good at it. But I mean, I did my best. I did want to keep the structure, to keep this as a conversion. Out here, I thought it would make sense to have some outdoor activities for students. So yeah, I'm just adding more things to this upper floor hallway. And I made another little canvassing area because I really like that idea. And I figure since it is a modern school, it would also be a school where students care about political ideas, I guess. Or it doesn't have to be political. It could just be a cause or something. Or to bring awareness to something. This dining room, yeah, I wanted to make a little, I didn't want to leave a whole lot of seating, but I did want to make areas so people have choices for how many people they can sit with, and yeah, and they can cook for themselves. This kitchen ends up looking a little different when I finished it, just because the second bar for some reason didn't work in the position that it was in. They couldn't eat at the counter at the bar, and there wasn't enough counter space. And I think these counters were reversed, so they weren't in a functional position, but I did end up fixing that. And here I'm just adding a little bulletin board. I think that would be kind of common in school eating area. But you know, wait, did I take it out? I'm not sure. Maybe I took it out. Adding a trash can, because I always forget to add a trash can, and then it just causes issues in the game. I added cabinets because it felt more homely, I guess, more realistic. People need a place to keep their food. And then more vending machines. I'm actually not sure. Do colleges have vending machines? I've definitely seen some at my old high schools, but I'm not too sure. If you guys know, let me know. So yeah, and then covering some more wall here with posters, just so it looks like it's a school. And then obviously the students need shelving. Not shelving necessarily, but storage for their things. So yeah, I guess shelving is kind of a luxury, but the school offers it. I really like those decorative shelves, and I think that they would be perfect for when you move your Sims into this slot, but for starting out, for being very empty, I felt like it didn't need it, just need shelves for now. Yeah, because I did want to make this, I didn't want to pre-create Sims, or the idea of certain Sims being here, so that way you guys could just import your own, and you can decorate it to their liking. But yeah, I'm really happy I found these wallpapers, because they work so well, and they're really nice and bright for the setting. Out here, I didn't do a whole lot. I just wanted to keep it pretty simple, pretty much the same as it was before. Yeah, I wanted to do something with this outdoor space, but I didn't have a lot of ideas. Yeah, but I think eventually I added some basketball hoops here. Yeah, I didn't do a full quarter or anything just because there's not a lot of room left on a lot. But I think it would be enough to have them there. And here's where I added the magenta on the front of the building. The wallpaper in this area kept messing up somehow. I think it's just because I was recoloring the interior walls, I guess. But yeah, and so here I'm kind of doing the final touches. I really like this awning idea that I had. But yeah, just recoloring, making it look new and different, but still the same at the same time. So here in the lobby, I wanted to make a nice little area for information and things like that, but it felt like too much. Some of the college spaces I've been to, they don't even bother with that area because it's not really for that. There's usually just a desk and a person behind it, and you go up to the room. So yeah, here I'm just cleaning everything up, trying to look for any inconsistencies. You know what, I'm not sure if those operate as vending machines. I think they're actually fridges, but can you get items from them? Yeah, I don't think I've used them in a build before, so I wouldn't know. They look cool though. Here, I'm just getting rid of some of the landscaping, sizing up those flags again, and then this area messed up somehow, so I just did my best to fix that. I wanted to enclose the area, but I think the landscape surrounding the lot was very lush and very green, so I decided against using a typical fence, and I used a sort of a hedge wall or a hedge fence, and I just kept it open because I think this is considered like a somewhat urban landscape, so usually it's pretty open when it's like that. And so here comes the end of the build. I had a lot of fun doing this. It was kind of challenging, and I think that I intentionally left a lot of room for other people and other builders to improve it and make it their own, because I sometimes like to do that. I like to download other people's content and bring it in and customize it. So yeah, and then I renamed it to, I started by naming it Harbor Hall Dormitory, but I think I found out soon that a dormitory refers to just a room with more than one bed, so I think I ended up calling it a residence hall. Here's the end of the build. Thank you guys for watching this converted build. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video.